basically the training toolbox includes 8 to 10 contents, and in particular this material, as Lorenzo was saying, is associated to best practice and case studies. Now we're going to do first a short recap of the contents, because each training content is divided into different sections, let's say, so that we have a general uniformity across all the training, which let's remind that it has been all the training has been developed by different experts using a common structure. Therefore, that we will find description, objective, and goals, contents organized in units, summing up a section to really fix the content, and the self-assessment tool. Also, as we thought about user friendliness for our users, we prepared a feedback form section where they can leave their feedback. All contents can be listened to in audio format and downloaded into a Word and a PDF for a smoother use, also in offline settings. This is a real win-win situation, because at this point we are really making all the content available in any format, being it online, offline, audio, or graphic. In this session, in the starting section, there is the objective and goals section, which is arranged according to the entry comp competence involved. So here Francesca will really help us to understand how did we come to the conclusion of which skill was involved in each training. And then anyway, so this is the OER platform, and this is where you can find the contents that we were mentioning. When a user needs to be trained, basically, they can either go directly straight to the training section, where all the titles are created, starting from digital skills, managing digital team, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. So in our end, as Lorenzo was mentioning, best practices and case studies are associated to the training content. When they click on the training, basically there is a first cartoon like presentation of contents, so that the user can also see a more informal version of the training content. Each content is each training has objective and goals that, as I was saying, are associated to entry competencies involved that Francesca will show us. Then each section is basically independent. And as you see, we didn't have to register or to access through a login to those courses. They are completely free, completely available. Also, in each section, there is a get busy paragraph, which is really a call to action to involve the user to think at their own situation. So think how they can apply the contents learned so far to their real situation. There are also each section and each unit can be basically considered as an independent training path. This also gives a big interactivity and freedom to the user, because you don't have to go ahead section by section to see and visit the content. You can go straight forward to what you are interested in. Then in the summing up section, there is a basic summary of what we learned in that particular unit. And there is, as a validation mechanism, the possibility of test yourself and see what you really have learned from this training course. I'm filling in the test just for you to see, but I'm really not really even reading the question. So here in the test, this is a real self-assessment, because you as user have the answers already from the first try. And if you repeat the test, at the end you will get the certificate of attendance if you get at least 75% of answers correct. The other format that we have included in the platform is the PowerPoint format, which can be used on two different perspectives. On one end, from the user himself, herself, who can actually go through the slides, but this is also useful for the trainer, because all the contents are already free and available for them to be used and adapted to their own classrooms. So you see that you have the possibility to navigate through the PowerPoint. You have also the possibility to go through the related glossary associated to that particular unit, or go and see all terms included in the glossary. The keywords are fundamental for a smooth browsing of training, as well as the related training material, because it creates an interactivity and routing of the user among training courses. So they don't limit themselves to that particular unit and that particular module, but they can navigate through the content. And also the bibliography is particularly useful for users, because they can enhance or widen the knowledge that they have just learned. In the feedback form, the user have the possibility to actually express themselves, give the idea of what they thought about each module in each language. With the play audio button, basically, there you go. You can stop the recording. You can listen to the training while you are doing your own business or your own activity. So this is particularly useful. With the game, we really try to give a gamification perspective. So you go ahead and guess the word, and finally you will see and test yourself. So this is another recognition of skills and mechanism. Just 1 second, that I need to go through the guessing game. And that's basically it. One more important feature is this coaching feature that you can see here. So there is this semi-automatized artificial intelligence gadget that gives you the possibility to navigate through the contents or ask for information. So how can we help you? And then you go and then click on the section that you are interested in, digital skills. Then the first suggestion is, of course, our training section. But if by any chance you are interested in more on digital skills, you just let us know and send your email, so that we can actually reply on your needs, and we really get into contact with users. So this is basically the core of the functionalities of the training that you have in the platform. Again, with the basic best practices, as Lorenzo was saying, they are associated to module, but also they are training content on themselves. So you can also, in this case, easily navigate without being forced to do it when the platform tells you to do it, which is one of the main problems of a pre-configured e-learning platform, that they really force the user to go through a preset training. And especially in our case, our targets usually don't have time. So most of the time you really are interested in what you want to know and not what the platform force you to know. This is it, because in the other webinar we went through to the other sections which are more related to other project results. Today we wanted to give you a practical hand grip on how to use the training, how to be empowered through the training, and also even how to use this platform to improve your language skills, because all contents are available in 4 languages: English, Spanish, Italian, and French. So if you want, you can even listen to the courses in other languages to improve your language skills.